everybody, it's Captain Shane. I'm back after a bit of a layoff. I've been going through some personal stuff in my life. It's been really bad, but it's been taking my motivation to do much of anything. But I figured I gotta do something here, so I'm gonna do what I enjoy, and I'm gonna fly this MD-11. And we're just gonna take this plane that's been sitting here at Miami for 2 weeks back to Louisville where it belongs, and hopefully have a good flight out of it. So I'm gonna get out of my funk and I'm gonna do what I do. So real quick, we're going to go with flight plan tonight. I'll bring it up here on Navigraph. We're going to be leaving Miami. We're departing to the west on the Flamingo 2 RNAV departure. Expecting runway 26 right, but they may reassign us to 26 left depending on how they're feeling. And yeah, we're going to be flying up the bulk of the Florida Panhandle, whatever they call it. Basically down into Louisville and expecting to land to the south. Runway 17 left. On board tonight, we've got 55,000 pounds of fuel, 174,000 pounds of cargo. I got the FMS all set up and we're ready to fly. So let's fly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put up I'm going to go ahead and get my ground chart up because I'm anticipating a taxi down to 26 right. Just kind of a short runway, but I think we'll make it work. We'll see what they assign us here. All right, real quick before we get fired up, let's listen to the ASUS and confirm the weather before we get going.
Conducted to Paro converging and INPX runways. Arrivals expect ILS runway 26 left, ILS runway 27, ILS runway 30. Area navigation GPS runway 26 right. Departing runway 26 left, 2 FIXR, 27, 30 notices to air mission. Numerous cranes vicinity airport. Check current NOTAMs. Operate trans-west mode C on taxiways and runways. Bird activity vicinity airport.
Oh, they got a lot to say, don't they?
Hazardous weather information from via area available from ATC. All aircraft read back call hold short instructions and assigned altitudes. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Yankee.
Yankee. Okay, let's hear it again.
Miami International Airport ATIS information, Yankee 2253 Zulu. West 280 at 3.
280 at 3.
Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,500.
Okay.
1,000 scattered.
Okay.
2,000 scattered.
So low clouds there.
5,000 broken. Temperature 26. 2.22. Altimeter 2991. Approaches are being conducted to Paro.
Got it. Tell you what. We'll go ahead and get our push start now.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
All right, so it looks like we got a company 747-800 right behind us. We need to be very careful how we push. This is going to be kind of, you know what? No. Let's keep this in nice and tight. So we're going to come back just a bit and then ease into our center line here so we don't get too close to the 747 and hopefully our wing walkers do their job.
Ground
it's
to
a
cockpit.
tight push.
Tow is driving up.
All right. This can be a tight push. Whoa. Yeah, I just came out of the building.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Clear to connect. All right, I'm getting ready here. Oh, great. This guy's pushing right behind us, man. Man, we're gonna have to wait now. Stupid. Man, that sucks. I thought we were gonna beat that guy, but I guess not.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Nope, I'm not releasing the parking brake until that guy's out of here. Oh man, that sucks. Well, I guess we're just gonna sit here and wait a bit because he's got 4 engines to start, and he's got to get taxi clearance and his taxi checklist. We're gonna be a minute here. Let me, you know what? Let me see if I can kind of coerce him to go a little bit faster here. UPS. Oh wait, message UPS. Alright, let's see if we can convince this guy to oh, that's not even the right guy, dang it. UPS 2601. Message UPS 2601. There we go. I'm not sure if this guy's in my VA or not, but oh, looks like he's going. Look at that, he's moving already. Wow. His flow is a little faster than mine if he's able to get going that fast. Hey, Zach's Films, nice to see you, man. I'm just waiting for this 747 to taxi out behind me so I can go. Company traffic clogging up the throat. Cool. Wow. All right. Good on him. That actually wasn't that much of a delay at all. Okay, let's go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Hi, crew. Clear to start. Starting 3. But now, light on. Okay, rotation N2. Oil pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. Okay, button in, light out, starting 1. Button out, light on. Yeah, man. Okay, rotation N2, oil pressure. %, fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay. Button in, light out, starting 2. Button out, light on. Rotation N2, oil pressure. %, right there, fuel on.
Operation complete.
Fuel flow,
Set
EGT.
Parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Are the lights on the outside white or yellow? Okay, button in, light out. I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know. You tell me. Okay, after start checklist. Engine and wing anti-stop required. APU bleed. off. APU off. Ground signal, waiting on that. Let's go ahead and tune in departure here.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Okay, waiting on the ground signal on the right. Ground signal. Alright, ground signal's good. Taxi checklist. Flaps and slats. Flaps 15. Spoiler handle. Armed. Stab trim. I need 5.6 aircraft nose up. Oops, overshot it a little bit. There you go. Takeoff data. Okay, V speeds. V1, 138. Rotate 161. V2, 165. And our climb out speed will be 175, not 165. Takeoff departure brief. As briefed on the Flamingo 2. Radar, 2.5 up. Transponder, TARA.
984.
Nose light on. Status page. Config.
984, can I maintain 16,000?
Oh yeah, look at that rain coming down now, guys.
JetBlue 1647, wind variable at 3, runway 28 right, clear to land. 28 right, clear to land, JetBlue 1647.
Miami departure, good evening. UPS 2538, ready for taxi. UPS ramp.
UPS 2538, Miami approach, good evening, runway 26 right, taxi via Kilo.
26 right, big kilo, UPS 2538. Alright, crew, we're clear for taxi, just what we were hoping for. So let's go. Parking brake released. Let's give her some thrust.
Delta 931,
Taxi clearance is obtained.
Good evening, Fort Lauderdale altimeter 2990, as you say, expect the ILS runway 28 right. Altimeter 2990, expect ILS 28 right, Delta 931.
Okay, noticeable steering, checks left and right. Brakes checked. Alright, we'll do the flight controls once we get on Kilo. Where did I get the checklist? I made it myself. It's X checklist plugin, and I made the checklist. If you'd like it, hop over to my Discord, and I'll be happy to send it over to you. It's just a text document you drop in the folder. But this is my own personal checklist.
Sky High 905, taxi to the ramp via Quebec Yankee.
Alright, here's Kilo.
Victor. Quebec Yankee Victor to the sun. Sky 905.
A little bit of a wide turn there. Okay, we're on taxiway Kilo. Let's give it a little bit more power. Get our taxi speed up about 20 knots would be nice. We got a bit of a drive here. Alright, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and do our flight control check. So let's go ailerons left, 3 green. Ailerons right, 3 green. Elevator up, 2 green. Elevator down, 2 green. Rudder left, 2 green. Rudder right, 2 green. Okay, flight controls are checked free and clear. Over to status page. I'm sorry, engine page.
UPS 2601 Heavy 26 left down, Mike 11, right for departure. UPS 2601 Heavy, wind 280 at 3, on nav Crocs, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff. Takeoff 26 left, on nav Crocs, UPS 2601 Heavy.
Alright, we can start doing our before takeoff checklist here a little bit. Status page, engine is set, EAD is checked, green box. Exterior lights, we're going to hold for that because I don't want to be blinding everybody out here with strobes and landing lights. Company traffic's departing off to the right. That is a Boeing 747-800. Not sure where he's going. We can check on him later. Oh. Uh-oh. There he goes. I'll say flat, bud. Hey, Pigeon, I see you, man. Okay, just a few more turnoffs and we'll be there.
Departure UPS 2601 Heavy, passing 1000 per 5. UPS 2601 Heavy, radar contact, climb, maintain 16,000. 16,000, UPS 2601 Heavy. American 984, sorry, climbing out of my airspace, no further ATC, frequency change, Unicom approved.
Okay, getting close to the end here.
Delta 931, send maintain 6,000.
So to keep my taxi speed up where I'm kind of taxiing like this, I use a little bit of a split throttle situation here. So I have engines 1 and 3 at idle, and I've got engine 2 spooled up just a little bit to keep the speed up.
No, let's just go for it. Runway 27, taxi via Quebec.
Alright, here's our turn. Kilo 10. So we're going to hold short here.
Taxi to the ramp of via Bravo Tango 5 Tango.
Alright, we're going to hold short here. My departure UPS 2538 Heavy, holding short 26 right, ready to go.
UPS 2538 to wind 020 at 3 on Crocs, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Crocs, clear for takeoff 26 right, UPS 2538 Heavy. Alright crew, clear for takeoff. Let's arm nav and profile.
Delta 931, send maintain 4,000.
Nav, profile armed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sounds like some teenage drama stuff, man. I don't get into that too much. I got my own adult drama going on right now, and it's bad enough. I'm just trying to de-stress my life and do something that I like and keep my mind off of what I'm dealing with right now, and I don't even want to talk about it. Alright, runway heading is 272. Let's get lined up on that.
Delta 931, descend maintain 3,000, turn right, heading 190.
Alright, holding the brakes.
2,000, right,
Let's bring the power up.
931.
Okay, looking stabilized. Let's go auto flight and takeoff thrust.
American 5,
Brakes released.
32, wind 020 at 3 on Casino, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Thrust set. You know,
UPS 2601 heavy, climbing out of main space, no further ATC frequency change, Unicom approved. Have a good day. Over to Unicom, UPS 2601 heavy, take us. Delta 931.
You won?
Oh, almost. Stand by.
Rotate. Positive rate, you're up.
Delta 931, 5 miles from Fuzzy. Turn right heading 250, maintain 3000 to establish. Clear the ILS 28 right approach.
Right heading 250 until established. Maintain 3000, clear ILS 28 right approach. Delta 931.
UPS 2538 heavy, radar contact, say altitude.
Climbing through 1,600. UPS 2538. Yeah, there's climb first.
2538, climb maintain 16,000.
16,000 UPS 2538 heavy. Alright, crew, cleared 16,000.
Station calling on the arrival, say again.
Miami approach.
There we go.
American 853, Miami approach, hello. Squawk code in.
Okay, there's climb thrust and there's 250 pitch. We're gonna start lowering the nose. And speed checks, flaps retract.
American 853, Miami approach, squawk code in.
Speed check, slats retract.
American 853, Miami approach, squawk code in.
Alright, coming right. Okay.
UPS 2538, ready to check.
Go for UPS 2538.
If you heard me, that's good.
5x5.
832 heavy, radar contact, say altitude.
Some lightning out right in front of us. I don't know why I think I missed a step here on my checklist for the weather radar there.
853,
I did.
Miami approach, go ahead.
I missed a lot of steps in my takeoff checklist. Oops. Oh well. I got some weather up ahead. We got to keep an eye on that. Hey, Nanny Ray, nice to see you. Ooh, we got a DV8. Miami departure UPS 2538. I got some pretty heavy weather ahead. I'm looking to deviate about 30 to 40 degrees to the left.
American passing 2,500 for American 5.
American 532 heavy, climb maintain 16,000. American 532 heavy, climb maintain 16,000.
Climb maintain 16,000.
Alright. That's,
UPS 2538, deviation, sir.
hey, firm. Yep. Deviating 40 degrees left for weather ahead.
UPS 2538 approved as requested. Report when you're able to get back on course.
Wilco. Alright, crew. We're deviating to the right because we got a lot of weather ahead. This is native XP weather. Active Sky doesn't really do much for you anymore in this latest version.
53, do you receive?
It doesn't do much for you in the latest versions of X-Plane.
Spirit Wing 676, clearance I don't see...
So this is a pretty significant deviation we're going to have to do here, but it is what it is.
I'll refile it for Spearwing 676.
American 853, you receiving?
Yeah, this guy's got a little bit of an accent. I'm kind of missing a little bit what he's saying.
Landing approach is over 7 Echo Alpha, 7,670.
All right, I don't mind getting through this green stuff here. So let's try to cut the corner on this a little bit.
Echo Alpha, do you have an approach request to open locker, sir?
Let's bring it back to 320.
Yo,
Coming right.
Yeah, I can't take the RNAV for... 27 right, you got it.
Alright.
So let me just...
Looks like we're starting to get over the tops of it, so...
RNAV for 27 right. For now, turn left heading 180 and maintain 4,000. And maintain 4,000 left of 1807 Echo Alpha.
I'm on the approach Spearwing 676.
Spearwing 676, go ahead.
It won't let me refile my flight plan. It says flight plan locked by 8.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I carry a lot of extra fuel for these sorts of things, so I'm not overly
Okay.
concerned about it.
Spearwing 676.
I'm already as we're climbing up. It looks like we're starting. As you can see on the weather radar, as we climb, it's getting lesser and lesser. Right, the convective activity. 1,000 to go.
4,000, then 230, 10 minutes after departure.
Yeah,
with
so we can really start
46,
coming back
46.
in here.
Alright, cleared to the Orlando Airport S5 with the P92 departure transition to Korea. Maintain 5,000.
Hey, whoa! There you go.
A
A little bit of rainbow a second there.
Squawk 6646. Spearwing 676.
All right, I think we can go.
November 7,
Yeah, we can go direct
Echo
back to Alonzo.
Alpha, cleared to direct Jolin, cross Jolin at or above 1,600.
Let's go direct
Cleared the RNAV
Alonzo.
27 right approach in Opelika. Jolin at or below 1,600 and 27 right approach.
Mammoth departure, UPS 2538. We're holding at 16,000 last assignment, and we're now direct Alonzo, back on course.
UPS 2538, roger sir, no further ATC available, frequency change unit come approved, have a good day.
Okay, over to you to come. UPS 2538, so on.
Miami approach emergency.
ILS
Oh,
runway
I don't want that.
30. Area navigation GPS runway 26 right. Departing runway.
All right, crew. We're done with him, so let's go ahead and get up to our final cruise of 350. And we are nav 350. Okay, flight level 350 set. Profile re-engaged. Cruise thrust limit, because this thing climbs like a ridiculous without it. So I'm working with the rotate guys to try to find to refine this high altitude climb performance, because it's just too much. So I use cruise limit for climb, so I get a more realistic climb limit here. Let's do after takeoff checklist. Okay, landing gear up, lights out. Spoiler handle is disarmed. Auto brakes off. Flaps and slats are up, retract. Flap takeoff selector, flaps 15. EAD is checked. No alerts. Exterior lights. Runway turn-off lights are off. Taxi landing lights are off. And 18,000 feet, altimeters standard. After takeoff checklist complete. Okay, now we just gotta get through this weather, but looking good so far. Okay, so as you can see on my nav display here, we do have some weather cells, but nothing crazy. I keep the tilt about 3 degrees whenever climbing, so I can see what I'm climbing into. So basically this tilts your radar dish 3 degrees up. And once I get to cruise altitude, I'll tilt it straight ahead, so I can see straight ahead. And when I descend, I'll tilt it down. And it's in my checklist to do this all. What add-ons do I have for X-Plane 12? Well, here, let's look at the plugins. I got this auto DGS thing for like marshallers, XP realistic, shared flight because I like to give flight instruction in the MD-11. X checklist, X pilot, Avitab, better pushback. And that's this skunk crap updater thing, and then the Mango sound pack for the MD-11. That's about it. You got it, Jeffrey. I'll do that for you. So if you look at our FMA, which is our flight mode enunciator, everything that's magenta is what the autopilot and what the FMS wants you to do. Anything that's white is something that you're commanding it to do that's not what it wants to do. So we have a cruise thrust limit in because, again, due to flight model concerns, which I don't want to get into now, this thing has way too much climb performance. I'll demonstrate. Okay, right now we're climbing about 2,200 feet a minute at flight level 220, which I still think is a lot. And that's at the cruise limit of 101.5. Watch what it goes up to when I put you in the normal climb limit, all right? So let's go performance, thrust limits. Let's just take it back to climb. Ready for this? Hold on tight. Watch this climb rate. Well, I'm glad, Jeffrey, because War in the Pacific is my bread and butter. This is just a thing I do on the side. Guys, all right. You see the climb rate now? It's substantially more. And it's just going to get worse and worse as we climb. Look at 3,000 feet a minute at flight level 240 is outrageous. And the only reason that this is not shooting through the roof is because we're picking up some tailwind here. Every knot of tailwind that we get here is going to reduce our forward speed, so the aircraft lowers the nose to accelerate. But now it's going to go up. Yeah, they need to fix it. Alright, let's see how our fuel predictions are looking here. Oh yeah. I even added extra fuel for this flight. I always try to land with 20,000 pounds. Well, if you stay with me to the, tell you what, why don't you hang out until I land at Louisville, and I'll talk you through the landing. All right, you guys see what I'm saying here? Look at this climb rate, 4,000 feet a minute at 300. That's ridiculous. So that's why I like to do. It's just completely unrealistic. So that's why I like to go. Let's see what we get out of that. Climb 2. Let's go back to cruise limit. Watch the rate of climb drop substantially as our cruise limit drops in. See how it's coming down because we're putting way less thrust out to the aircraft. That's still too high. We should be about 1,000 feet a minute at the most, possibly even less than that. Yeah, part of it has to do with. Oh, there's an aircraft passing underneath us. Look at that. $737. My takeoff weight was 479. 479. Now about well, here. Let's take a look. Takeoff weight was 480,000, which is, heavy, but not that heavy. But when I used the climb thrust the cruise thrust setting, I like the climb rates that I'm getting a lot better. This is better. We're still climbing too fast, but it's not as gnarly as if you use climb thrust. How much load percentage? Well, so we're carrying 1,000 to go. We're carrying 174,300, and the max capacity for the aircraft is about 202,000 pounds. I hardly ever get a load manifest much more than this. This is pretty high. So I'd say about 85% loaded. This was our takeoff weight and balance here. Okay, let's see how she levels off here. Pretty decent level off. Yeah, that's not bad. Very nice level off. Alright, crew. Let's go ahead and set it back to auto limits now. So we're gonna put it back to auto. And now it goes to magenta again, which says that's what the FMC wants, is automatic everything. Alright, now we're established. We got another aircraft coming up on TCAS. Almost co-altitude with us here. Let's see what that is. I'm curious if that's that UPS 747. Nope. So that's us right there. Look, there's my. So that's our takeoff from Miami. You like the little deviation that we did to get around the weather? We should have been flying straight ahead, but we deviated to the left and around some weather that was there at the time. And the aircraft that I see out in front of us is... I don't know what the heck that is. SWG? I don't know what airline that is. No idea. And it doesn't look like we're gonna have any more ATC for a while. Maybe something will pop up between now and Louisville. Well, Louisville just came online. That might be there when we get there. Oh, Paul Williams is one of the senior managers at my VA. That'll be nice to talk to him. See if he'll stay on that long. Okay, so we're at cruise now. So what I'm gonna do is take the radar and set it back to 0. Yeah, UPS VAC. And Paul is one of our senior managers there. I know he does ATC in Louisville, Indianapolis RTC. Alright, so we're at cruise here. Let's turn on our cruise music. We need cruise music. Alright, cue the cruise music. I wonder if we're gonna catch up to this aircraft up here. Let's see, what is he doing? He's doing 475. What's his flight plan? Q87. Wow. I don't know if we're gonna catch up to him or not. We're only overtaking by about 13 knots. What's my fuel like? I got a little bit of push him up fuel, but I don't think we're gonna chase that guy down. There's no need. Hey Malps, man. I'm just trying to get a break from reality a little bit and just trying to take my mind off of crap going on. Yeah, just remember how we flew down to Miami last week. I'm bringing one of the planes back that's been sitting there a couple weeks. Alright, we'll put this guy on. Yeah, man. Some personal life crap I'm dealing with right now, but I'm just trying to forget about it for a little bit. That's all good. Yeah, me too, man. It's gonna take a while. It'll take a while to get better, but I'll get through it. Yeah, just keep flying. That's right. You might as well. If you're, I don't know what kind of MD-11 flights are available out of Miami. I haven't really looked, but you know, or whatever you got. There might be a 767 down there for you. I don't particularly care for South America stuff, so I just stay out of there. Oh, yeah, well, you can just do it for the 767 flights, yeah. I just don't think they operate the MD-11 down there. That's probably why you can't. They don't have any real world flights that go there either. Yeah, don't be one of those guys that leaves really really high value, low density aircraft at these one-off places. Don't be that guy. You better go bring those planes back. Because that's really annoying to me when I see MD-11 scattered all over the route at these like dead-end airports that nobody wants to fly. I don't want to be the guy that has to do it, so go clean up your trash, man, dude. Here, and for those of you not aware, let me kind of explain. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, hope I didn't break anything. Everybody still here? Hold on. I'm here, sorry. Wrong button, guys. I'm back, I'm back. Yeah, here, let me show you what I'm talking about, Jeff. If you want to see some inner workings of UPS. I'm gonna give you a little tour here. Since we're just cruising anyway. Alright, let's go over to aircraft hangar. Alright, so these are all the MD-11s we have in the fleet right now. And these are where they're currently located. If it's green, that means that there's multiple different places to go in and out of, right? If it's black, that means it's a dead end. Meaning, whatever flew in there, there's only one way back out, which is the way it came in. So, these guys that went into this, I think it's just Toronto, right? Let me see. Toronto, the only flight that we can use here, look at this guy. Hard landing, what the heck? Must be I know what it was. It was probably a Microsoft Flight Simulator MD-11. Those things suck. Anyway, if it says that if it's a black thing, then there's only one way in and out. So, for example, this MD-11 that flew into PDX, which is Portland, can only fly back to Ontario. And what people tend to do in our airline, which drives me up the wall, is that they'll take flights from major hubs and fly it out to these little places here, and then they leave them there. So now we have a plane stuck at Toronto. I don't want to fly to Toronto. We have a plane at wherever this is. I guess that's Helsinki, Atlanta, Charlotte, Newark, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the only way to get them out is to fly them back to the hub, which is Louisville in this case, right? If you see it's green, that means that there's multiple different routes in and out of there for that particular aircraft. I'm Ontario based, so I actually looking to get back to Ontario here in the next few days and start flying the West Coast again. But there you go, OMDB, which I believe is stupid Middle East. Hilo, Honolulu, Tokyo, Kansai. All these little black airports are one way in and out. And if you look on here, this is the last time these aircraft were flown, and there's a lot of abandoned aircraft at one-off airports. So this one at Sydney's been there for almost a month. This one at Newark has been there for 3 weeks. So it really kind of sucks for pilots that want to fly out of major hubs like Ontario or Louisville. We can't. So now you have to jump seat over to these stupid airports and fly the aircraft back to Louisville. And that's kind of what I'm doing tonight with Miami. Although there are multiple flights available out of Miami, I'm just bringing this MD-11 back to the world port so that other pilots can have way more operational capability with this aircraft. Because Louisville, there's hundreds of flights that go in and out of Louisville off an MD-11. So it gives people more options, right? But my personal opinion, and it's not the policy of the company whatsoever, this is Shane talking, not UPS talking. If you're going to fly an MD-11 to a dead-end airport, I feel like it's your obligation to put it back where it came from in the next couple days. Or it sits there for weeks. And I don't want to fly out of Newark. I don't like Newark Airport. My opinion. My thoughts are purely my own. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too far away from Louisville. You and I use the same ATC a lot then. If you're out of Indianapolis. Here's something that's kind of fun to do. Watch this. Let's look at this. This is one of my favorite things to check out. Watch this. This is fun. So these are all of the MD-11s flying around the world right now. Alright? And if you take a look at it, FedEx actually... Oh, Western Global! Oh, they're cool. I like Western Global, man. One of the few MD-11 operators out there. Out of Hanoi. And hey, the guy that's flying this plane right now, I'm actually following him on Instagram. I'm on his social media. I know this guy. Well, not personally. I follow his social media. But actually, almost every single MD-11 flying in the world right now, other than this Western Global, is a FedEx. So FedEx, it flies a lot more. They operate a lot of their MD-11s into Asia, whereas UPS does not as much. And here's a couple good ones. New Orleans, that'd be fun. Anchorage, Salt Lake City, Memphis, Guangzhou. So there you go. There's not a single UPS MD-11 flying in the sky right now. There's none. There's no UPS MD-11s flying. One Western Global, and the rest are all FedEx right now. But that'll change from hour to hour. Yeah, well, I don't... Did they announce... Did Flight Factor announce that they're going to make the F version of the... I guess they could, right? It's based off the 200. I don't see why they wouldn't, right? Yep, go bring our aircraft back, dude. Go get on it right now. I would... Hey, so my understanding with the way that FedEx VA works is that they just let you kind of do your own thing, man. Like, there's unlimited aircraft, so you guys can just fly it in. If you have a route for it, you can fly an MD-11 anywhere you want. You're not like... It's not like individual tail numbers that are stuck at a base and you have to move them around like we do. You could fly, just get an MD-11 and fly the route if there's a route to fly. I did try FedEx VA just for a little bit, like 10, 12 years ago, and I didn't like it. But I'm sure it may have changed since then. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I don't like that. There's no like association to a tail number. There's no. You just feel like you're just flying around like willy nilly. I do like the way that UPS does it, because you're flying a tail number from one base to another, and you can kind of get an association with it, right? You can kind of bond with it and be the one that's moving it around. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. So right now I'm on, this aircraft that I'm flying is November 292 Uniform Papa, which is right here. Okay. So we can actually look up the history of this aircraft here, and you can see that I've flown it in the past. So, I flew this aircraft for a while, actually. So I flew it from Atlanta to Louisville, Louisville to JFK, and then JFK and back, and then some other guys operated it for a bit. And then I'm picking it up from somebody else who flew it into Miami a while ago. I kind of like that you could look at who's flown the aircraft. Hey, I also like this, like, kind of creep on these guys to see how they do. which may be kind of mean, but let's look at this Breno Dantas guy, right? Look at that. I like to look at their landing rates to see how they do. Let's see this guy. That was a good landing. Okay. What about Eddie Denny? How'd this guy do? Okay. So really the only guy that's crashed an MD-11 in this list so far was this guy, Chad Stanfield. No, it didn't. Never mind. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's fine. Hey, for the record, I've had some real stinkers of landings here. I've had plenty of bad ones. The MD-11, in my opinion, is really hard to land. No, I don't think they are, man. Well, okay, so what are you using to say that? So, like, what's telling you it was 500 as opposed to what ACARS is telling you? Oh, hey, Malps, on my Discord, can you send me a link to that thing? Because I'd like to use your landing rate monitor too. Yes, we use smart cars. Here, check it out. Smart cars. Yeah, well, if you guys can send me a link to your landing rate monitor, I'd be happy to try it out. Alright, Valps, I got it. I'll have to put it in after this flight, though. I'm not going to even attempt to do it while I'm flying. That's how you break stuff. Oh, we got some overcast out there. Got layer down there. Here, well, let's take a look at some of my landings in the last month or so. Some have been good and some have not been good. I don't claim to be the world's best MD-11 pilot. Let's take a look at this. Alright. Let's take this guy right here, which was me landing in Miami. 152, that's good. That's really good for me. This one, 18. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think so. I doubt that. I don't recall that one being particularly smooth. Let's see, this one here. See, there you go, guys. See what I'm saying? I'm not immune to it. I do recall this flight coming out of San Antonio. I think I was using flaps 50 for this approach because I was kind of heavy. and we were landing on the short runway at Louisville, and flaps 50 gives you a really high sync rate, so you almost got to stay in the power all the way until you land. And I didn't. I pulled the power a little bit early, and that's what you get. This is a flaps 50 landing all day, which we rarely do. This one, 171. That's good. 183. See, I'm pretty good. It's this one. Oh. Oh, never mind. Oh, see, there you go. I'm not immune to hard landings, guys, just so you know. That was, what was that? What was this? Oh, Anchorage to Ontario. I don't even know what was going on with that. Yikes, that's terrible. Yeah, so my 757 landings are really good. It's the MD-11 ones that are a lot worse because it lands so much faster. I'm really here. Oh, I already closed it, but let me show you some of my 757 landings. They're way better. More consistent too. Here, let's look at a couple 757 landings, because that's the other aircraft that I fly from UPS. 757s and MD-11s. Alright, here's one. Mather. 54 feet a minute. That's a 757 landing, definitely. This one here. 62. See what I'm saying? My 757 landings are way better. Look at that, 6. Yeah, I'm good in a 757. The MD-11 is just hard. Okay, well, Jeff, I'm landing at Louisville. If you can hang on. Top of descent is in 45 minutes, and then I can really talk you down what I do all the way in. And I have a checklist and everything that we're gonna go through for descent. So here's my descent and approach checklist that we're gonna start discussing as we get closer to the top of descent. Go over the charts. We're gonna go over the landing performance, everything. Let's see. Tell you what. Let's take an update on VATS and radar. See how we're doing here. Alright, so that's us right there. I wonder where that other UPS aircraft went. So that's us. So where did the other guy go? The UPS 2601. Where is he? I wonder if I type in UP. No, that's the only thing I don't know how to do with VATS and radar is search up people. Because I'm curious where that guy with the 747 went to. He couldn't be that far ahead of me, so. Let's see. Let's see if we can find this guy. Is there a way to search for people? I don't think there is. Has anybody seen a 747 flying around anywhere? Yeah, that's surprising. Where did he go? We took off just a couple minutes after him. He may have gone offline. I wonder if we can track him on the, Dude, you better fix your crap, dude. Better fix your junk. What's wrong with your computer, man? What a letdown, huh? Alright, so that UPS 2601 guy is definitely not part of our VA. He's just a solo guy, I guess. I wonder if I can find him on Simaware. Let's try UPS. Oh. I guess they shut this thing down for good, huh? Yeah. I knew this was gonna happen. So, yeah, it's dead. Whoever that guy is, he must have gone offline then. Oh well, whatever. I don't, dude, that's only for you. I haven't had any issues with X-Plane like that. Alright, back to the aircraft. Tell you what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do a fuel check. Let's see how we're doing on our fuel burn here. So I like to do this every few waypoints or so. Fuel. Okay, so we're gonna look at our fuel burn based off our comparing to our flight plan. So if we look at our flight plan as we cross the what's the name of the fix again? AMG waypoint. Where is that? AMG. We should have 33.6 thousand pounds of fuel aboard as we cross that fix. 33.6. Alright? Wow. We're actually almost dead on, guys. Look at that. I am the master of fuel planning. Fight me. Look at this. We're crossing AMG waypoint here in 30 seconds, and our fuel on board is 33.5. I'm too good at this game, guys. Look at that. We're only 100 pounds off, 200 pounds off from where we should be on our flight plan estimated fuel burn as we cross this fix. Look at that. AMG. Ready? Ready? There it is. AMG 33.4. Flight plan says 33.6. 200 pounds difference. That's perfect. That's like so within the margin of error, it's not even funny, man. I'm just too good at this. I'm too good. Do you know what? Do you know what exactly is happening when it crashes? Like, what's the circumstances that lead to it? It's probably a plugin, dude. Maybe it's scenery related? I don't really know, man. Not sure about that one. I don't really have any issues with this game crashing for me. Only when you try to load two instances of Planemaker at the same time as you're trying to fly, that doesn't work. I learned that the hard way, but... Let's scoot over to the right seat for a little bit. I never sit over here. Let's sit here for a little bit. Yeah, I don't even know why people even bother for that log. It doesn't tell you anything. Yeah, I think if there's going to be a problem, it's usually plugin related. I don't have a lot of plugins though, so I don't have to worry about that too much. What's that down there? Some airport. Oh, Vidalia Regional. That's what that was down there. Okay. Atlanta Airport should be coming up here pretty soon. Favorite approach in the MD-11? Actually, I'll show you my favorite approach in the MD-11 that I've ever flown. Let me get you a link to it, because it was awesome. Hold on. You're gonna love it, man. Open it in a new window, though, so you don't mess up the stream. 1 second, I'm gonna show you. Let's see here. Content. Oh, yeah, here we go. Alright, bud. Watch this. You're gonna love this, man. Watch it in another window, though. It's just a video of a RNAV approach into New York City, JFK. Oh yeah, that I would say that's one of my favorite approaches to fly. It reminded me of like a mini version of the checkerboard approach going into Kitech in the 90s, where you have to make these turns and you just kind of straighten out the last minute and hope that you're lined up right. It was an RNAV approach, but it was like an RNAV visual approach, I guess, yeah. I was flying the RNAV approach down to it, but you're basically visual going in, so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Basically, when I take off the autopilot, I take off the auto throttle as well. I do at the same time. I'll show you. Okay, back over to my seat. It depends. It depends on you know, on some stuff. My workload for one. If I'm dealing with a lot of ATC stuff and they're giving me a lot of instructions, and I might wait to take the autopilot off until I'm cleared to land. But if it's like there's no traffic and it's a nice straight-in approach, I might take the autopilot off around 2,500 feet. And just fly it all the way in. Oh. UPS 459 that's in front of you, see you at Louisville. Oh, okay, let's take a look at this guy. Who we got here? We got some company traffic out here. Let's see who we got. The field at the Y. Let's take a look. Let's get on. Where's my VATSIM radar? Oh, way out front. Oh, jeez. Okay. This is Henry from Raleigh, Durham, RDU. He's heading in there. Hey, do me a favor. Tell Paul Williams to stay online. I'm going to tell him. SDFD approach. I'll tell my boss to stay online. Watch this. Message SDFD approach. There you go. I just texted my boss to tell him to stay in approach so I can get some ATC all the way in there. Oh, look at that. We got tower, clearance delivery, and ATIS here too. So let's tie this in. 118725. Okay. We're really far out. I don't think we're gonna be able to pick it up yet. But I'm gonna put on VHF2 1M18725, just so we can start getting ATIS at Louisville. 7. I don't think we're gonna hear it yet, but once we do, it'll come in, and then we'll start dialing in Louisville approach just for later because we'll need to talk to him at some point. That's gonna be 132075. So 132075. That's for later. Cool. So I got ATIS tuned in on VHF2. So as soon as we're within range, we'll start picking up the Louisville ATIS and we can start figuring out some stuff. So there's our friend here in chat, Henry. He's probably at least 25, 30 minutes ahead of us. He's just gonna make sure the runway's nice and clean for us when we land. Yeah, hey, Henry, and I'm assuming that's your name because that's what your VATSIM says. Are you part of UPS VAC as well, or are you kind of a freelance UPS guy? I'm not sure if your company, like VA company trafficked or not. Let me see. Does it say? No, see, that's mine. See, I put these comments in mine. It says Ontario-based flight crew UPSVAC.com. I put that in extra. What's this guy got? It doesn't say. I just like to advertise for the VA whenever possible. Oh, okay. Well, if you need any help with anything, hit me up. I have a Discord server, and so do we. Well, actually, tell you what. I have my own personal one, but the airline has one as well. You're probably better off joining there so you can get more help from the management. But make sure you join it. You're going to want to. So, and start putting some log hours in your logbook, man. All right, how we looking here? What do we got? Okay, fuel's still looking good. Performance 220 on top of descent, 0136, so 34 minutes till top of descent. Kind of a slow flight tonight. We have a bit of headwind that I was not anticipating. Quite a bit, actually. So, if you look at my FMC here under initialize, we should have an overall for the flight at an 11 knot tailwind component average over the entire flight. But right now we're getting a headwind. Yeah, I hope it fixes it too. I don't know what reinstalling the plane's gonna do for you, but I hope it fixes it. I still think you got a plug-in issue. I've never once had to reinstall this aircraft. Okay, hey, tell Paul Williams, he's from our VA. Tell him, make sure he stays online. I need him. I'm gonna need him. Yeah, remember, the aircraft has its own plugins too, man. It's not just... See? This whole aircraft is being driven by a plugin. So there's a lot of stuff going on that interact with the game. Like, I'll tell you for a fact right now, all of these engine parameters are not being driven by the in-game data. They're going through a plugin and getting whitewashed before they get sent back out to here. There's a lot of interaction, and I only know this because I'm without saying too much, I'm involved with the Rotate MD-11 guys. That's all I'm gonna say, and I have some information about how things work. So this plane is one ginormous flying plugin. Everything on here to make all this crap work, like all this stuff and the systems integration, the engine performance, this flight management, the EFB. It's all going through a plugin, a gigantic, huge plugin. So it's very easy to assume or to think that other plugins are going to interfere or interact with this one in some type of way. Yeah, yeah, exactly. For X-Plane, most of these high-level aircraft are. They go through. They have multiple data refs that are different than this.
07.
Oh, listen.
Visual
ATIS.
approach runway 17 left and 17. Simultaneous approaches in
This
use.
is Louisville.
Simultaneous departures in use. Notices to air mission. NOTAM. Taxiway Lima closed between taxiway M and taxiway HOTEL semicolon. Taxiway mics on movement area. Hazardous weather information for Cayenne and available FMR flight service station. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Charlie. Information Charlie. Alright, let's listen again. Information Charlie.
Louisville International Airport ATIS information Charlie 0056 Zulu. West 100 at 5.
110
Visibility 10.
at 5.
Sky clear below 1
Sky clear.
2000. Temperature 27.
27.
2.11.
Altimeter.
Altimeter 3007.
Okay.
Visual approach runway 17 left and
Ooh,
17.
visual approach. Nice.
Simultaneous approach at
Alright, cool. So, here's the ATIS. That was the 0056 observation, which was only about 20 minutes ago, so this is pretty accurate. Wind is 110 at 5, so not much. Sky is clear below 10,000 feet, which is fine. The altimeter is 3007, and we're doing visual approaches on the 17s. So I'll be landing on 17 left tonight, because that's where my parking's at, ramp 4. No, ramp 6. So I'll be requesting 17 left for the arrival, and I'll take a visual nice and tight. I'll tell Paul, bring me in real tight, because I want to kind of whip this thing around. So my 8.5K subscribers are from War in the Pacific, from my old combat flight simming videos, which are from 10, 12 years ago, Cliffs of Dover, and from flight simming now. I used to do some YouTube shorts back in the day, a lot of gun-related content, like firearms, which I've moved over to another channel. And I retained a lot of the subscribers from all those YouTube shorts. But I've moved all that over to a separate channel because I felt like it was kind of interfering with... my channel was getting too muddled, right? There's too many different content types here. And I was trying to just kind of spread it apart. So if you want to check out my other channel, it's mostly just plane spotting and antique firearms content. Let's see here. This is it here. If you're interested in this sort of thing, it would be here. This is my other YouTube channel, where I've moved all those YouTube shorts to, and I'm still adding content all the time. I've got hundreds of videos to put in there still. It works like magic until it doesn't, man. You just wait. Something else is gonna go wrong, with your luck. What's the focus of your Warner Pacific content? It's just playing the game. I play campaigns. I do some tutorials for the game, and I also have some campaigns going on right now myself. I've done some in the past that are done, and I'm currently playing one, but the guy that I'm playing has been very busy with work the last couple of weeks, so I haven't gotten any turns. I'm really hoping to get one soon. Do I fly in real life? I used to. I have about 30 hours in a Cessna 172. I was well on my way to getting my private pilot's license, in a combination of life and the air school and the school I was going at. It closed down abruptly, and I just haven't searched out another one. That kind of put me off, man. I had a good pace going, and all of a sudden it just got shut down, and I don't feel like finding another one right now, so I just do this. Well, there is another update coming out for Warner Pacific, but it's not going to be like a whole new sim. It's just going to be like a patch, and it's not looking good what they're trying to do with it. So I don't really care about it. Version 2.6b is fine for me. Oh, good. Two of the best things to watch. It's an oldie but goodie, man. Have you thought about joining UPS Flight Path? What is that? What is UPS Flight Path? Not familiar with it. Look at those clouds tonight, man. Woo! It's sucked in out there. I mean, can you give me the TLDR on that? Like, it's very smooth air tonight. We had some turbulence leaving Miami with that weather way to deviate around, but it's been pretty good, mostly. Give me the TLDR on what flight path is, like, in 10 words or less. I don't feel like looking it up right now. Okay, about 19 minutes till top of descent. When we're about 10 minutes out, we're going to do our full approach briefing, descent, landing data, calculations, all that stuff. Okay. Oh, dang it. Alright, fine. I'll do it myself. UPS Flight Path Program. Oh. Oh. No. No, my dude. I'm not gonna do this. I'm way too old, man. I'm no, man. I'm too old and I have a career in doing something else, so my time to be a commercial airline pilot was 20 years ago. I'm too old, man. I'm too old for a lot of stuff, dude. I'm never gonna be a commercial pilot. I have a good career going right now with what I do. I got small kids that I need to be home for. I'm not getting any younger too, so that's kind of done and over with. I wasn't laughing at you. You don't know how old I am. I'm just laughing at myself because I just would not. It wouldn't work. Wouldn't work for me. You're gonna do 312. Startup is 312. 312. Yeah, starboard port then aft, I guess, but we don't really think of it that way. It's 312. Right, left, and center. 312. Oh, well, I feel like if I was in an MD-11 cockpit, I would know what to do, how to work the FMS, how to work the overhead, how to work the MCP or FCP. But as far as the stick and rudder stuff on an MD-11, I would not do well because there's so much mass and so much momentum that it's really hard to. You have to practice that. You're never gonna get that playing this game. This game has no force feedback at all. There's no inertia. There's no movement. You don't feel the plane. It's way different when you're sitting in a seat. But I could set it up for a great auto land. I can tell you that. I know how to do that. So I wouldn't even need to fly the plane manually. I could find a Cat 3 approach, or they could set me up for a Cat 3 approach. I know how to do that, and I'll let the plane auto land itself. You know, that's just saying. I know the systems. Yeah. I know the systems. I don't know the physical flying the plane stuff, because I don't have that. Out of Finland, and hopefully you learned your lesson. Don't go there again. Okay, where are we at? Let's do... Okay, let's go. Descent and approach checklist. Landing data. So, our estimated landing weight on approach is going to be 447.8, which gives us an approach speed of 161. Now, that is a little bit fast for an 8,500 foot runway, but I'm pretty confident we can stop the aircraft on the available runway. So, well, I don't always go hub to hub, dude. But if you're gonna take it somewhere, just bring it back, which you're doing. It's fine. So we're landing on 17 left, which is 8,500 feet. And if I need a full-length rollout, I'll do it. It's not a big deal, because honestly, we're going into ramp 6 tonight, so either Delta 2 or Delta 1 works perfectly fine for me. So full-length rollout. Let's plan on auto brakes medium and flaps 35. We'll do that. Anything faster than that, though, we do flaps 50, which I really hate. My crappiest landings are with flaps 50. So, landing data is assured, no problem there. Approach briefing. Okay. So, we're going to be using the Level 1 arrival. This is an RNAV arrival. Picking up at La Fox. Our first crossing restriction is going to come in at Cobbs. 280 knots at 15,000 feet. Level at 12,000 feet. Soda at 10,000 feet. So that's why we keep getting these disagrees, right? Look, altitude error at Soda. So you see why we keep getting these altitude disagreements is because there's 2,000 feet in between here and only 7,000 I'm sorry, 7 nautical miles in between. So the aircraft is saying, hey, if you're flying at 280 knots, that's going to take you... You're going to cover that ground faster than you could lose this altitude. So that's why we keep getting these altitude disagrees. But I'll just have to do my best to manage that. And if we accidentally blow through an altitude restriction, it's not the end of the world. Because if you look at this, it says 12,000 and 10,000 here, right? Well, if we look at the actual approach, there's a corridor. So it's at or below 13 or at or above 11. So as long as we're in this corridor here, this altitude corridor, we're fine. The MD-11 FMS is trying to split the difference and go right down the center, and it just can't. It's not going to do it. But if we are a little bit over, a little bit under the target altitude that it's setting for us, we're fine because we have that slop zone here. That's why this RNAV approach has all these gaps in there to allow you the flexibility to be a plus or minus a little bit down the center of this. Okay, we're going to be making a left turn at Louis, and at Sandals we're going to be at 6,000 feet. We're going to hold 6,000 feet all the way until we're ready to make our left turn into the approach. Now, I did set up, as a matter of good policy here, I always plan for an ILS approach, even if it's going to be a visual, because I like to back up. So let's go over that real quick. I'm thinking we're going to get Lexi here, and at Lexi we need to be at... That's pretty far out. So Racer, okay, so at Racer we need to be at 4,000 feet. We'll pick up the glide slope at Slugger, okay? 3 degree down, touchdown zone elevation is 500 feet. Alright, the minimum descent altitude is 3,600 feet from the Louisville VOR. So let's put that in right now. So 114.8. So I'm going to go NavRad 114.8 Louisville. And within 25 nautical miles of Louisville, which is now on VOR 2, we cannot go below 3,600 feet. We should have no issue with that. Okay, top of descent's coming up. I'm going to go ahead and set the altitude down now. Let's take it down to 10,000 feet for now. And then we'll get lower, I'm sure, as we get closer in. So 10,000 feet will work for the time being. Alright, so 3,600 feet from there. So approach briefing. Let's continue on that. So missed approach. In the event of a missed approach on 17 left, we're going to climb to 1,000 feet, then a climbing left-hand turn to 3,000 feet direct to the Louisville VOR and hold. Continue climbing and hold to 3,000 feet. So, as you can see, we've already got that programmed in our FMS, or FMC. Alright, crew starting down. We're starting down. If you look at the flight plan here, you'll see that our hold is already programmed in. Look, if you go to plan, our missed approach is already in there. Okay, let's see here. Minimums for the ILS here are 699 Barrow. 699 Barrow. So let's put that in. Let's go to Barrow. And 699. $6.99. Okay, approach briefing is performed. Any questions, crew? No? Radar, set tilt 2.5 degrees down. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can see if we're going to be descending into any weather. Windshield anti-ice is not required. Anything below 16 degrees TAT, I don't worry about it. And we have no clouds that we're descending through anyway, so windshield anti-ice is not required. Decision height, 699 Barrow. Minimum descent altitude, 3,600 feet within 25 nautical miles of Louisville VOR. That's set. Seatbelt signs are on. And altimeters, we'll be expecting 3007 when we get down below 18,000 feet. So we're to the line. All right, we're descending. Any questions, crew? As we get close to transition altitude, I'll turn the music off. Alright, that's us. Oh! Of course he did, man. He didn't listen to me. We lost our approach controller, guys. I'm not gonna request crap. I'm gonna do a visual approach because I don't have a ATC to tell me otherwise. Man, that guy. Come on, Paul. Alright, so 124.2 and 121.7. 124.2. Thanks a lot, Paul. Alright, let's get it on VHF2. So 121.7. So that's ground. And 124.2 is tower. So we'll keep the grounded tower on VHF2 for now. Alright. Check. So I got ground and tower on VHF2. And I've got Unicom on VHF1. I'll swap them over as we get closer. Now we're just gonna do our own visual approach. Heck with them. I'll just call tower and say, hey, we're on visual 17 left. Alright, crew, add drag. Speed brake's coming out. Okay, speed brakes to track. Yep, sure is. Fully staffed. Information. Charlie's still active. Okay. What is this FedEx guy doing here? Fool, are you lost? You gonna get jacked up flying around here, bro. That's a UPS freaking ramp over there. Get this guy out of here. What? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be there. That's literally a UPS ramp. I can't believe that. we're gonna jack this guy up. Look at this. What in the world? He's over here on ramp 7. That is like 1000% UPS. Let's see. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Okay, 18,000 feet. Let's go 3007 on the altimeters. .3007 set and cross-checked. Okay. Waiting on external lights, 10,000 feet. They should just be. They should not be allowed to fly there. That's not allowed. Get those pukes off my ramp, man. You don't see me flying into Memphis. Yeah, go back to Memphis, loser. He's in the wrong hood, I tell you. Alright, music's coming off. We need to start focusing here. Alright, so about to level off at 15,000 feet, 280 knots, so aircraft's going to level off and we're going to start slowing her down. The 280 thrust. Okay, crew, we're heading down to level at 12,000 feet. I'm going to put a little bit of speed brake in to get the speed down. A little bit fast. Add drag. Alright, let's go speed brakes 2. And you can see the speed brake lever right here. And detent number 2. Alright, speed brakes track. Still a little bit fast, but that's alright. Okay. There's level at 12. Now we're heading down to soda at 10. Remember, it's 9 to 11, so if we're a little bit high, that's fine. All right, let's go speed brake extend position 1. Thousand to go. Once we get down to 10,000 feet, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the speed brakes up. Let's let the speed decay as we level off here, and then we need to start getting this thing slowed down. Once we get below 280 knots, I'm gonna extend the slats, add a little bit of drag in here. If we get it slowed down enough, anyway. Yeah, we're still too fast. Too fast. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Let's go exterior lights on. So, runway turn-off lights on, and landing lights and taxi lights. Okay, descent approach checklist complete. Okay, we're gonna hold at 10,000 feet here a little bit until we can get some speed off the aircraft. Alright, speed check, slats extend. I'm probably gonna miss Louis here at 8,000 feet. I really don't care. I don't even think we need to get down that low right now. Okay, guys, Louisville Airport. There's SDF right over there. Check. Alright, speed check. Let's start down. Okay. Well, I don't think we're gonna make that 6,500 crossing, but I don't really want to anyway. We're still pretty far out of the airport, and I don't want to be putzing along so slow, so far out. Okay, so we're within 25 miles of the Louisville VOR, so our minimum descent altitude, we can go below 3,600 feet now if we need to. Okay, I'm picking up the ILS for 17 left already. Let's start down 6,500. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and keep the speed up for now. Because I don't want to get down that slow. So let's go 245 thrust. $1,000 to go. Tell you what, we'll take it down to 6,000 feet now. $1,000 to go. Alright, so let's kind of plan out this visual approach we want to fly, okay? So if we look at the approach chart, let's say we want to make our turn near Billum, okay? What do we need to be at Billum? Alright, okay, how about Slugger then? Slugger, Mork 3,000. Alright, so tell you what, we're going to get down to 3,000 feet just before Michael, and then we're going to make our left-hand turn and fly a visual in. We're going to cut the ILS off really short here, so let's get her down at 3,000 feet by Michael, and then we'll be ready to make the visual approach. We got a Piper 28 out there, no factor. Alright, let's go down 3,000 feet, and I'm going to go ahead and do vertical speed. Let's do 1,000 feet a minute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and tune in Louisville Tower at this point. So let's go swap over to VHF 2. Alright. That should be Louisville Tower, and then ground on standby. Alright, let's go FMS speed. Let's start getting her slowed down. FMS speed 192. I think we need to go a little bit faster down. Okay. Speed checks, flaps 15. Some drag on this thing. Airport, we are at beam of the airport right now. That's Louisville over there.
Louisville Tower, 95 Pub Whiskey left base. 17 left. Roger.
Roger. Okay. Turn that down a little bit. There we go.
November 9 or 5, Papa Whiskey, wind 100 at 5, runway 17 left,
How's
clear
it
to
go?
land. 17 left, clear to land, 9 or 5, Papa Whiskey.
All right, crew. Let's go flaps 28. Aircraft in sight. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and arm the spoilers now. And auto brakes, let's do it now so I don't forget medium. Now we're gonna keep this real tight tonight. Hopefully this, well, crap. I'm gonna have to wait because I got this stupid, I got that stupid Piper kind of in the way here, and I need to wait for him to get out of the way. All right, let's get settled on this turn coming up. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I need to give some room to that that Piper who's flying at the speed of death. If I try to cut in right now, I run his butt over. So we'll just extend it out. We'll extend our downwind just a little bit here.
FedEx 116 heavy, wind 100 at 5, RNAV to easy, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway
All right,
17 right.
let's go ahead and start turning on the visual now. Let's go heading select. Louisville Tower, good evening. UPS 2538 heavy with information Charlie. We're turning base for 17 left.
UPS 2538 heavy, Louisville Tower, wind 100 at 5, runway 17 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 17 left. Clear to land 17 left. UPS 28. Okay, getting a little bit nose high here. Push it down a little bit. Auto throttle's kind of struggling to keep the speed here. I'm getting really nose high here. Alright, there we go.
And 4 FedEx 416, we were having problems with our SIDS during the delivery.
Dude, we don't need to know. Bro, come on.
He just said, have no SID and go direct to India.
No, to be young again.
4 FedEx 416.
Okay, crew.
FedEx 116, in that case, fly runway heading, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, fly runway heading 17 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, auto throttle's off. Autopilot off. My aircraft.
Autopilot 2500.
Let's go. Gear down. Flaps 35.
Landing gear.
Oh, don't mind that.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, so I have manual throttles, manual
Landing gear.
manual control here.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
All right, let's get slowed down. 161. Approach speed. Okay, we're a little bit left to center, no problem. Alright, let's, just to make sure this thing's catching up, let's do direct... Slugger. There we go.
November 905, Papa Whiskey, exit left when able.
Exiting left right now, clear of runway 17 left, 905 Papa Whiskey.
And 5 Papa Whiskey, taxi the ramp via Echo.
We'll taxi to the FBO via Echo, 905 Papa Whiskey.
Okay. I have the airfield site. I'm going to use the ILS to back me up. As autopilot's off. Missed approach altitude is set. Alright, now we can start.
FedEx 116, no further ACC services available. Frequency change approved. Heavy flight.
Alright, so I got the aircraft trimmed out. Approach speed is 161. That FedEx trash just took off. Just kidding, just kidding. Alright, before landing checklist, landing gear down. 4 green, spoilers arm, auto brakes, flaps and slats 35, altimeters check, EAD check, green box, landing clearance obtained. We're clear to land. Okay, so I'm a little bit fast. I'm pulling power just a little bit. We need 161. Okay, I'm looking at the ILS. I'm looking at the glide slope there just to make sure. The PAPI lights are a little bit washed out due to the...
2538 heavy, wind 100 at 5, runway 17 left, clear to land.
Clear land 17 left, UPS 2538 heavy. Okay, a little bit slow, correcting.
Number 420 to Foxtrot, request taxi to runway 17.
Okay, I got it trimmed so my stick is more or less neutral, so I'm not putting a lot of input in here.
420 Hotel, Foxtrot, taxi runway 17.
Okay, coming left, correcting. Little bit low on the approach.
Runway 17 left via Echo 420 to Foxtrot.
Okay, there's the dot. I'm following it. Feeder on the pedals. No rudder input needed. Okay, a little bit fast, correcting. PAPI lights are in sight. We're looking good. A little bit fast, correcting.
905 Papa Whiskey, shutting down here. Thanks for the ATC. I appreciate it.
Minimum 100.
Okay,
And 5 Papa
continue.
Whiskey, you're welcome.
100.
Okay,
50.
Flare.
40. 30.
Power back.
20. 10.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. Touch. Okay, fly the nose down, reverse thrust. Fly the nose down. Good, reverse thrust. Stick forward. Manual braking. Okay, reverse idle.
UPS 2538 heavy, welcome to Louisville, exit right when able.
All right, baby, that's how we do it. Okay, looks like we got off Delta 2.
And UPS 2538 city parking.
Ramp 6.
And UPS 2538 heavy, taxi to ramp 6 via Delta.
Ramp 6 via Delta, UPS 2538 heavy. All right, crew, there you go.
420 Hotel Foxtrot, wind 080 at 4, fly runway heading runway 17 left, cleared for takeoff.
Oh man, that was pretty good. All right, let's do our after landing checklist here. I'm gonna slow it down just to crawl here. So spoiler handle, retract and disarmed. Flaps and slats up. Auto brakes off. Radar off. Landing lights off.
Attention all aircraft, little information, latest information, Delta's
Nose
now
light
currently
stays on,
at
wing and runway turn-off lights are
0804,
off.
altimeter
High intensity
3006.
lights off. Wing engine and anti-ice is not on. APU, let's start her up. Snap trim, 3 degrees, aircraft nose up. Okay, the after landing checklist is complete. Well, ramp 6 is right up here on our left. I was creeping along because I was doing my checklist here. It's really short. This is a kind of a short runway here, so I was on the brakes pretty hard there at the end. Alright, landing rate was 112 feet per minute. Ugh! Too good at this game, man. 112 feet per minute. Come on. Don't act like you're not impressed.
November 420 Hotel Foxtrot, proceed on course. No further ATC service available. Frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Proceed on course and frequency approved. 4203 Foxtrot. Thanks.
That's how you do that, people. So okay, parking brake. And parking checklist. Let's go transponder off. Oops. Fuel switches off. 3, 1, 2. Wing and engine anti-ice is off. Windshield defog off. Emergency power switch off. IRS is off. Nose landing light off. Beacon light off. Wheel chocks. Let's go ahead and open her up. Okay, ground power unit, parking brake. We can release it now. Parking chocks are in. APU power. See, external power on, APU power off, APU off. Parking checklist complete. All right, crew, that's another successful flight. We're back to Louisville where this aircraft belongs, so that was really fun. I really enjoyed the conversation I had tonight. It was very good. Hope you enjoyed the landing. That was pretty good. You have to admit, 112 feet per minute, and you felt it too. You knew it was. So I'm glad my skills have not atrophied while I've been over here having a pity party for myself this last week. But I'm over it. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to be back here flying. So thank you all for watching. Come check out my Discord if you're not on there yet. If you're into this sort of thing, I'll be happy to have you there. Nanny Ray, thanks so much for being along. You're always a great co-pilot. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.